All right, House of Payne fans. Now, for the time being, this is probably going to be my last video on the upcoming season. I believe season 10 airing on May 25th on BET until we get things like episode titles and synopsis and, like how many episodes are in the upcoming season, things like that. So make sure you go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out when I post new content to the channel. Follow me on social media. All the links are in the description below. And if you would like to donate, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. The information is going to pop up towards the end of the video, or once again, you'll find links to both of those things in the description box below. China Anne McClain pretty much said last year, was it last year? Pretty much she gave a social media speech, and most people sum it up as her being woke. Too woke for the industry, so she's going to step away and work on her own production company and just do things in a different she's going in a different direction. So this was made clear I want to say about a day or so after they announced that Black Lightning was season 4. It's the final season. I think they're in, what is it, season 4, season 5? Basically, if I'm not mistaken, by the time I'm recording this video, there's only one episode left and the series is over. And I know they're doing the Painkiller spinoff, but she put out the video pretty much saying, hey, just so you know, even before the official announcement was made, like, this upcoming season was going to be my last season. Like, up until this point, I was in every episode, but now I'll only be in a handful, and then that will be it for me. And we know, if you watch Black Lightning, then you know how they, quote unquote, wrote out, but then wrote back in Jennifer's character. Not going to spoil it. If you don't know, then you watch Black Lightning. And I did a video not too long after wondering whether or not she would still be doing Jasmine Payne on House of Payne. Now, I will say this much. The video I did about a week or two ago about Floyd being in season 10, he pretty much said that, hey, I filmed a lot more episode appearances than what you actually saw in season 9, the 3 episodes I was in, where, I was there with Caleb and Ella and Curtis. So we know that there was some filming going on for episodes that haven't come out yet for House of Payne. So I mean, given the fact that, what was it, Bruh? I remember they said season 2 of Bruh was filmed in 5 days, and just like House of Payne, that's a series that's only 20-something minutes long. I have no idea how much has been filmed. Now, we know that there's been a lot of renewals going on. So the upcoming season, season 10, and then the following season, season 11, those have already been filmed by Tyler Perry, just like with Assisted Living, season 2 and 3, both filmed, both been renewed. So I will say this much. Back in like 2019 or 2020, pre-pandemic, would not be surprised if China Anne McClain was in some of that filming. So there could be Jennifer episodes. Not Jennifer, I'm thinking about Black Lightning. There could be Jasmine appearances that have not been shown yet, but we'll see in season 10. Like, for example, it would not make any sense to me at all when we have CJ injured, or until they find out he's alive, CJ's fate unknown, and we wouldn't see or hear the reactions of Jasmine and Janine. It just wouldn't sit right with me. I mean, even when we get to the point where CJ's on the couch and however long he's injured, if Jasmine isn't there, I mean, you could say, oh, Jasmine's at school, or, Jasmine will take care of me at some point, and then Malik can do some, TLC, and then Janine can step in and whatnot. They'll be like rotating staff, if you will, so you'll never see them all at the same time, but they're there by, offhanded remarks. But I don't know, because I didn't see China Anne post anything about being at Tyler Perry Studios during the filming of, that happened recently. But I just don't know. I don't know if China's decision went into cutting herself off from Tyler Perry Studios altogether, because I dare say that, and I feel like a lot of people said the same thing when I mentioned this during the airing of season 9 of House of Payne. Jasmine is like the character. I mean, looking at the ratings, the episode from the premiere up until the episode where Jasmine came back to the series, or not came back, but first made her appearance in season 9, those are some of the highest rated episodes when Jasmine was like one of the forefront or star players of that particular episode, especially because it had to do with her life, you know, with peer pressure, drugs, sex, and whatnot, and then being introduced to her boyfriend. So I mean, the only other drawing factor of the show was probably the Calvin and Miranda storyline. But even so, fans have just grown so... There's so much disdain towards Miranda, which is not the character's fault, but the way she was written. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens in this upcoming season to make her potentially more likable. Or, you know, if Calvin has second thoughts, which I honestly don't want him to have, but at the same time, we don't know much about Laura at all, so I'm just very confused on that entire storyline in itself. But I think we'll see more Jasmine because she's probably filmed more episodes that we didn't know about that didn't air during season 9. But I would not be surprised if she isn't in, let's say, season 11, basically the season after this one. It all depends on filming schedules and things like that, and if she decided not to play the character anymore. Because I'm not saying I don't want to see Jasmine anymore, but when you think about it, her storyline last season was Caleb related, and then we basically gave Caleb the boot when he ran out of Curtis's house, and that was it. So where's her story going to go? I'm not saying that there isn't potential for her story. I'm just saying that I don't think that Jasmine being gone is something that we shouldn't anticipate. Just my opinion. There was a lot of potential with the Caleb storyline, but they just botched that up. Again, if you're newer to the channel, I have an entire playlist of House of Payne and Assisted Living. So if you want my thoughts and reviews on every single episode, as well as other theories and discussions, feel free to check them out. I go into great detail, but I do feel like, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if Jasmine doesn't show up after, let's say, this season. But we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, I didn't see anything online about the filming. But maybe we'll find out in due time. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you have any information about this subject that I don't have, feel free to hit me up on social media. Hence why I always say go to that description box. All the information is right there. So feel free to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Donate on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video.